Hey guys, so Quistis will be coming to GLDFFOO, so let us talk about her kit. If you notice, my voice is not the same as before. I'm not feeling exactly well, but I'm okay, I'm good. Alright, so here, let's talk about her FR. 55% only if a unit can delay. Means if you are using a skill that delays the enemy, you get a total of 55%. If you attack the enemy and you broke the enemy, hence causing it to delay by one turn, that is just 20%. So you need to be using a skill that actually delays, right, to get the full 55%. You don't have to break and delay at the same time. You still can get 55% as long as it is the attack that delays. And for additional 20%, you need to be batterying the party. So Quistis' entire kit, she is a battery bot, right? Every of her skill give massive battery to your party. So obviously her FR work based on her kit, right? So in that case, not every unit can battery when they attack. So this is not generic, and hence it is very hard to fulfill. So in that case, I do not recommend her FR as a main FR. It's better to use it as an echo, because her FR delays AoE 3 turns. Yeah, the enemy will be gone from your turn list. So use it as an echo. Do you need Quistis BT? Well, depending. If you already have like a lot of support character, or if you are using, let's say, 3 character, a main DPS that has a BT, then you have another support unit that has a BT, most of the time you probably will cap on damage. So in that case, you do not need Quistis BT, because Quistis BT provides a lot of stats up. So Brave damage up, Brave damage limit up, HP damage up, HP damage limit up, a lot. But if you already can cap on damage, do you really need those stats, right? So that is the question. But if you're a new player and you kind of like lack a lot of aura bots, so I would say, yep, it is a good idea if you can get a, you can grab Quistis BT. So yeah, you will find that with her in the party, most of your character will be able to hit very hard with such high HP damage limit up. It actually fuels the other characters' overall damage output. But again, a lot of support unit now has at least 50%, like Ram is 50%, Kurasame is 60, Iris is 50. So in that case, it is not to say something that is very, very different, or yeah, it's not like a big advantage, right? So if you want to use her mainly for her delays, then you can go without her BT. Oh right, I forgot to mention about her BT making the entire party a delayer. So with her BT activated, every character's attack will delay the enemy. Okay, if it's a single target attack, then you only delay one. If it's an AoE attack, then you delay all the enemy. So in that case, no enemy will be able to get a turn, because every time you attack, they delays, so their turn will never come unless they have some form of warp. So during a certain threshold, they warp to the front. Those enemy with those mechanics, they will be able to get a turn, but other than that, they will never be able to get a turn. One thing with Quistis BT as well is there is a stack. So every time your ally take a turn, the stack will increase, and the max stat is 5. Then only you will get all that massive stat up, right? The Brave damage, HP damage, limits up, all those things. It will be the best at 5 stacks. So you might actually need some turn before you can get it to the max stack. So like if Quistis activate BT, then party, let's say another unit take a turn, another unit take another turn, back to Quistis, it is only now at 3 stacks. So you kind of like need 2 turn cycles in order to get the 5 stacks. And if the enemy going to take a turn, then the stack reset to 1. Well, again, like I say, if those stats are not like, it's not going to be like detrimental to your team setup, like it's not going to affect it so much if you already have another support that makes your character cap. So in that case, even if it's reset to 1, yes, it is annoying, but it's not going to be like as if Quistis doesn't have her BT at all. So yeah, yeah, if you want to get her BT, then just go ahead. Personally, I would just be using my tickets and get her FR. If I'm lucky I get her BT, then I will actually green her, right? So let us talk about her kit. Now, she's a delayer, right? The best delayer, to the point that she bypassed delay immunity, because we have enemies that that is immune to delay. So no matter what, you use Seymour car, you use Cypher car, they will not delay. But Quistis just delays everything. There is nothing that Quistis cannot delay, which again makes her a very unique character to have. So at least get her kit, okay? At least get her FR while you are at it. Like I say, if you don't need her BT, that's fine, but at least get her FR, because she will come in handy in certain situations. And her call also can come in handy in those situations as well, because her call also bypass delay immunity. And she is support. Now with her BT effect, she support the party really well. She has like over 100% max brave up, over 100% attack up, and her overflow is also one of the best. She have brave gain, she have brave damage, she have everything. And her herself, she deals weakness damage, okay? So she will at least be hitting hard all the time. And she batteries the party every time she attacks. So yeah, she's actually pretty good. And how do you use Quistis kit? Well, if you want to maximize her BT effect, the enemy must not take a turn. But again, since you have her, if you have her BT, that's not going to be a problem. If you do not have a BT, it's not going to be a problem, because you don't care about the BT effect, right? So anyway, yeah, just delay the enemy till the end of the world, and that's how you use Quistis. Okay, Quistis damage is actually pretty mediocre. If I calculated like S1, S2, everything is just about 8 to 11 HP dump at most. So yeah, it's just compared to like 20 that we have on 18, 19, even Sarah is doing over 10, and Sarah is way back. So but the thing is that her BT gave her additional, if I'm not mistaken, additional 50%. So total, her BT actually gave her 90% HP damage limit up. So it does make her hit a bit harder, but it is not like really hard compared to the other characters. So in that case, you will not use her as a main DPS unit, so you are going to use her as a delayer and mainly as a support. So in that case, I'm not going to talk about the optimal BT phase for Quistis, cause mainly she is just there to provide for the party. You still want to get a main DPS character, Aranya, Sephiroth, who else? I can't remember suddenly. Yeah, my brain is not really functioning right now. Anyway, yeah, so you will probably use those DPS unit, and Quistis is just there, standing there, providing 50% HP damage limit up so that they hit hard. Okay. Obviously, if you're fighting against an enemy that has immune delay, bring Quistis in. If you still want to do no boss turn, right? So usually if you have an enemy that is immune to delay, you will bring an off turn team, you will bring Ruby Conte. But if you still want to do a no boss turn because you really like to set up and go into the biggest humongous BT phase ever, yeah, then Quistis is a unit that you should definitely pull for. For Crystal passive, I would suggest use 6 because her LD recover S1 and S2, and S2 is instant turn. So usually when you start the fight, right, the enemy is there, you can just S2, S2, S2A, S2B, S2A, S2B, and they are gone. Their turn is gone. You will never see them again. Then you use LD, replenish S2, then S2, S2. Yeah, and her LD hit one of the hardest out of her entire kit. So definitely give her more usage of LD. That would be much better for her. For the other passive, just generic passive will do. So for her overall score, I'm just giving her a 7.5 because I do feel like her kit is a bit overkill in terms of delay. You don't need to delay that much. You just need to delay the enemy few turn. Then you do a fast charge, get the FR up, enter the BT, right into FR, then right into the BT phase. The fight is, yeah, you won. Okay, in that case, there is no need to do so much delay. So I don't think that you actually need it that much. Then in terms of support as well, like if you bring Quina, you already deal max damage. You bring Ram, you also deal max damage. So yeah, it's good to have. But if you are already good in like setting up parties, setting up team comms, and if all your unit have BT, all of them will probably cap anyway. And if you have UW, so it's thus lacking in that perspective. Like, do you need that stat? So if she's not going to provide anything else other than delay, I would say she is a 7.5. But if you really need that delay, and you really need that aura because you kind of like lack other characters that have all these auras and supporting the party to deal max damage, then you should pull for Quistis. Yeah, you should. She is actually pretty okay. Okay, so good luck with your pool. Like I say, I will go for ticket and hopefully I score her BT. So thank you for watching and goodbye.